welcome or welcome back to my channel. I'd like to share with you today just a few of the new products that have come out from Makeup Revolution. I've got, whoa, that one's back to front, that's no good, is it? I've got some of the foils. I haven't got all 7 of them. They're £5 each, and you know, like £35 to spend straight away just on one product essentially. I didn't feel like I wanted to do it, and I wanted to try the new formula as well against how the old formula of the foils were. So these are from Tan Beauty. You can now get these on Superdrug as well. These are by Revolution Makeup. I do have one of the old pots that we can compare it to, formula wise, etc. And this is in Black Diamond, and this is probably one of the colours that was the least popular. Because it is extremely dark and very cool toned. So these boxes come very similar to how the boxes came before, but before they were called Awesome Foils. These are now Flawless Foils. I do understand that they have updated the formula. And they've obviously updated the packaging, whereas before it was in a silver box, it's now in a rose gold box. Rose gold and black is obviously Revolution Makeup's colours. You still get your little tiny bottle of primer, which you don't have to use, or you can use, it's entirely up to you. You don't get the silver tray anymore, but you don't need it. So if you have got a silver tray from previous foils, then obviously you can use that. But I will say you do get a lot of wastage, because you're taking some of the product out and then some of the primer, mixing it all in. Basically what they've now said is that you can actually put the primer directly into the pot or onto your finger or onto your eye and then do what you need to do. You do have the label on the bottom, but it's in a rose gold rather than a silver. I will show you. There are the two differences. They look like they're identical in the pots. The pots look absolutely identical, there's no change, and I know that the primers are no change either. Now, I will say you need to make sure that your lid is completely and utterly secure. Now, you might think, well, yeah, it's secure because there's nothing leaking out. I have gone to a few of my bottles from when I had these a year ago, 18 months ago, where I've got a full bottle of primer, and I've gone to them and they're empty because they have evaporated. So just please make sure that you keep your lids done up. So the colours that I've picked up, I've got Rebound, which is essentially like the rose gold that they used to have. I've got Rose Gold, which is more like a red, which is beautiful. I also have picked up Rival. Now this is in the most gorgeous pink. It's stunning. And then there is more of a bronzy coppery colour actually, and this is Conflict. There are other colours. There's Retreat. There is, oh no, there's another one, but there's also Unicorn, which has got lots of different colours in. But to be fair, as much as I would love the Unicorn one, I do now feel like I am too old to be wearing it. Says the girl that has highlighter on out of the Ultra Cool palette. So, there you go. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm not going to activate any of these. I'm just going to swatch them straight out of the boxes. Okay, so I'm going to compare, obviously, the formula of this one, and I will compare it to the formula of the, I'm going to go with the Rose Gold, because I think that's a very similar colour. It's not it's called Rebound, not Rose Gold, but it would have been Rose Gold previous. So that's inside. It's quite stiff and very sticky. And as you can see, not a massive payoff on my finger. So I'm just going to pop that onto my hand, so that you've got an idea of what that looked like. Now, I thought these were amazing when they came out. I thought they were superb, and then they discontinued them. And rightly so, like Tammy said in her video when she introduced these, I think they were beyond their time. I think that they brought these out. It it hadn't quite hit the mark at having that foiled look. Doing a cut crease now, doing a halo look, these are all very, very much in for that sort of look. So I'm so glad that Makeup Revolution have brought these back. Sorry, they are now Revolution Makeup if you follow their Instagram account, etc. Now originally these were dupes of the I think they were the Awesome Metals, which was the Stila ones, and they're like £30 odd per tub, which is a lot of money. These cost £5, and I believe they are the same price as what they used to be, or were they £4? I can't remember. I think they were £5 or £4. So let me just feel the texture right now. As soon as I put my finger in here, it feels extremely moist. Got to have a moist finger. So there it is on my finger, and I'm popping it onto my hand, and it feels like you can play with it more, perhaps move it around a bit more, whereas the old formula you couldn't really do that. It was a case of like you get it on you and it would be like either stuck there, or you'd do this and it would disappear. So yeah, this is Rebound. Now I really like this because this to me is like proper rose gold. It's like a gold with that pink colour running through it. I think that is just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. It doesn't remind me of any of the colours that Stila do, not even Kitten. I mean, that is just stunning. Then I'll go on to Rose Gold, and this is a gorgeous red colour. I've seen Tammy Clark wear this a lot. Hi Tammy, if you're watching, because I know Tammy does sometimes watch my videos. She'll sometimes comment. I'm just going to quickly show you what you can do as well. Okay, you just literally just need 1 drop of the solution onto there. Make sure you do the lid up properly, as previously discussed. Okay, and that is settled in there. And then all you need to do is just gently move your finger around. It's very, very moist. Very moist indeed. So there we go, and I'll pop that on my hand. So that is with the primer. And then the primer will settle down and that will dry out. But look at the reflection of these. Even this, I mean, bearing in mind this is like 2 years old. And, you know, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. What I will do now is I will go over to the dry part and I will swatch the dry part as well, so that you can see if it makes a difference to the colour. Okay, so this is without primer and this is with. Okie dokie. Now, first thing I can see that I've noticed is that without the primer, now I used to prefer without the primer with my Stila one, but without the primer it does seem to be more pigmented. Sorry, the camera is really picking up on my background. It's just, yeah. So there we go. The next colour we've got is Rival, and this is this gorgeous, gorgeous icy coloured pink. I think that's the way that I can describe this. It is just beautiful. Very, very beautiful. So I'm just going to give this a swatch. Again, feels really creamy on the finger, extremely creamy. I'll just swatch it on my hand here. Look at that. Look at that. Can you imagine that as a cut crease? I mean, I don't think there's any point in me having a cut crease, if I'm honest, because you can't see my eyelids. But that is gorgeous. Look at that. Just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I think out of all of them, this one is my favourite colour. And then the last one that I have is Conflict, and this is that orangey copper. I wouldn't call it bronze, I'd call it copper. And again, another really beautiful colour. Let me just come up close so you can see properly. So obviously I have had my finger in there, but you get the gist of it. Just flatten that down. You just don't need to touch very hard at all. And then we'll just place this here. Whoa, look at that. Look at that. Those colours are magnificent. Absolutely magnificent. They are beautiful. And also the thing is with these, once you've used the product up, you can actually use them as little sample pots as well. And I don't mean sample as in go into the toilet before anybody says anything. I'm talking about a sample as in like if you're going to send, like very often I've got a friend and if she's watching she'll know who she is, because I will send little samples of foundation because me and my friend are both extremely pale. And what I will do is if I get a new foundation, rather than her having to go out and buy, what I will do is I will decant some into a little pot and post out to her so that she can try them out. And then she can try them out at her leisure. So you could use the pots once they're empty to do that. I don't think missing out on the silver tray that you get, I don't think that is, I don't think that's a bad thing at all. I don't think you need it. You definitely don't need it because you don't need to mix. You can just literally, I mean, I don't know whether you can, if you have got any of the old foils at home, I don't know whether you can try and put the primer in and see how you get on. Now the thing is, if you do run out of the primer, you can actually buy that individually, and I think the big bottles of that is £3 or £4, and it's called Aqua Primer, and it's basically the same stuff. So you just put it in and you can mix it, etc. Now you're probably wondering why I'm waffling a little bit. I'm actually waiting for this to dry out just to see how we get on. So just to see if there's any transfer. Right, so the old one, you do get some transfer. So the first one that I done was the rose goldy colour here, which isn't rose gold. A little bit of transfer. You can see I've got some transfer from both, but I know that these do dry right down. But aren't they just beautiful? Aren't they just beautiful? So these are available at Tam Beauty, and they're also available at Superdrug. As I said, £5 each. They are absolutely stunning. I am looking at getting the other gold one because this gold is golden pink, which I love, but it's not always the gold that you want. And there's also the unicorn, and then there's also like a very dark greeny coloured gold, which I think would look rather nice as well. So there you go. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope to see you again soon. If you're not subscribed already, then hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, and then you'll be notified every time I put a video up. And I will see you in the next videos. So I will say ta-ta for now. Bye-bye, and thank you for watching. Take care. Bye.